Dang. All right. Appreciate you. I'm ready whenever you are, man.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, you
ready?
Yeah, you carrying it.
That's right. We are back. 2021. Not the experts. I'm Titus. That is Levi. Celebrating his national championship. We are here from Butler Productions Multimedia. BPM. Got it right again. 2021 got it right from the first shot. Let's go. We here. Still count. All right, buddy. All right, my guy. I see you.
No, I keep going. I still got some more to count.
No, you don't have those like illegal. Have those don't count. Oh yeah, a lot of those don't count. Those definitely don't count.
18.
No, a lot of those didn't count.
You want me to just count the Nick Saban ones? Then?
Yeah, those ones.
One, two, three.
Yeah,
6 is still more than like everybody else.
It is. It is. It's a good number. Yeah. It's a good number. You have to add the fake of them.
Roll Tide.
You ain't gotta fluff it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta add a little fluff to it. That's right. What you got? You feel me?
I'll be hating.
We are here, a room full of people who are all not banned from Twitter.
Yeah.
Everybody can't say that. We're here, Levi. 2021, bro. What's popping, dog?
Oh, what's popping?
Yeah, man. How was the rest of your 2020?
It was cool, I guess.
That's
I don't know. How was your 2020?
Mine was dope, bro.
Yeah.
The rest of mine, I got a car, got a whip now.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yes,
Congrats on the whip.
Thank you. Got a whip. What else am I doing? I fell in love with 2010s music again. 2010s and actually 2000s to 2010s rap.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that I didn't appreciate Shoulder Lean properly in its time. Shoulder Lean is one of the greatest songs to have ever been recorded.
Why didn't you? I feel like that song got overplayed. You
no,
couldn't play
that song's been underplayed
back in the day.
It's been underplayed.
Oh, okay.
It should be played more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song is so incredible.
It's funny.
The rapping that Young Dro displayed on that track is
Yes.
is deeply underappreciated.
Yeah.
Because we was just like, oh, it's the South. All they doing is dancing.
Yeah.
Nah, Dro was rapping on that thing. That man said they think I'm pimping in linen and salamander sandals. The imagery, salamander sandals. I don't know what color that is, but it sounds so dope.
I'm stuck on the linen. What kind of linen? What kind of linen?
Exactly. That's how real the imagery was, bro.
I'm thinking bed sheets. Whenever you say I'm rocking linen, I'm thinking you just rocking a bed sheet. You're going Ghost.
He had salamander sandals on.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest songs to ever be recorded. You know what I'm saying? I listened to a 2010s station this morning. I got Sirius free for 6 months with my car.
Yeah.
So I got Sirius XM free. I was like, cool. So I had like a 2010 station on. Up Down, like by T-Pain and B.O.B. came on. I was like, wow, I forgot about this track.
Yeah.
I think the 2010 is gonna be where I stay at for a little bit.
You know what you're missing though with that?
What's that?
You're missing the bulk of the value that comes with it. The music videos.
The music videos were.
You cannot beat 2000s maybe 2010s. We'll throw 2010s in there, but you can't beat early 2000s rap videos,
That's a
especially
fact, though.
those that came out of Atlanta.
That is a fact. They
Yes.
were so beautiful.
Yeah, me and the boys, shoot, lately within the past month or two, we've had some nights or whatever where we've gotten bored, get on
Yeah.
the YouTube and just start pulling up old 2000s rap music videos.
It's a lot of classics.
Yeah.
It's a lot of classics.
Do your
My
chain
favorite
hang
thing-
low?
Oh, yo, Chain Hang Low was fire.
Yeah, that was fire.
My favorite thing was like R&B videos because the song really wouldn't match the video.
Well, it was always
Or it'd
raining.
be it'd be raining, or somebody would be like halfway getting a car accident on the way to see somebody else.
Oh yeah,
Like
that
they
is
love
true.
that lane.
Yeah.
Like the car accident lane, that was their favorite thing in the world. Somebody dying and you singing to them.
Well, the car accidents usually due to the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
Or somebody outside like looking at them looking at the person they're singing to on a date with somebody else, like
Mhm.
outside the store window.
Yeah.
It's just singing their heart out. and no
Sounds
one's
like
paying
any
attention to 'em.
early Chris Brown, Usher music video.
Chris Brown videos used to be fun too.
Oh, Kiss Kiss.
Kiss Kiss is a classic.
Yeah.
That's a whole. I think I went through like a week straight while listening to that song again, like last year.
Really?
Yeah, that's all. I
Yeah.
was like, damn, this song is really fire. This song is really fire. Good morning to the commenters. Talk back to us. You talk to us, we talk back. So good morning to everybody out there. Leave a comment. Like if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Please hit that button, click the like, share the link, everything, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Get it all out there. You got anything else popping, bro?
Subscribe to that YouTube. Oh, hit that
That's
bell
what's
for
on.
notifications.
Yeah, tap
wherever
the
it's
bell
at.
icon. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
And comment, like it, like that video too.
I just
Facebook.
said all that, right?
Share that video.
Okay.
I just want to reiterate
All right, I
it, and I'm
understand. You wanna
sorry
make sure
when
they
you
know?
said it, my mind. I was
You just
like,
wanna
oh
make sure
yeah,
they know.
chat.
They know.
What's popping is the elderly, and by elderly, I mean those in their 40s and 50s. Sorry,
Whoa!
Clay. Yeah.
Disrespect. The disrespect.
Well, we got two guys
Man, this is
in their
wild.
40s still playing quarterback, and they are moving on to the second round. They both won their wild card games. Tom Brady and Drew Brees.
One
But
of them a little more limber than the other.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
What's crazy is how do you notice how Tom Brady? We probably don't even need to discuss this because it's just so obvious, and I think we've talked about it so much. But Tom Brady just looks so much different than Drew Brees, Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's just crazy how
It's-
well taken care of he is.
Yeah, I mean, we
with
have a
his
fake doctor. Yeah, it helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you got gypsy juice and you.
That's what you call it. Yeah, that's what we go with for sure.
But the other reason why the elderly are popping is because I'm not even going to I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name, but there is a Japanese soccer player plays in the J League over there in Japan. He just turned 53 years old
What?
and signed the contract extension.
An extension?
Yeah, he made his debut in 1986, 1 year before Messi was born.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it's 53. He does not look 53 either. I mean, I don't know if y'all can see that.
They can't.
Yeah, they
They
can't.
can't at all.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
third in. But go look him up. Yeah, just type in 53-year-old soccer player.
Interesting. That's pretty
Elderly.
wild.
Thank you to the elderly.
You and the elderly is the elderly is wild.
I'm just
That's
gonna
a wild
keep
way to
running
put
with
it.
that. Ever since I called people in their
Yo.
30s old, I think.
When Miss Christina hears that, boy, you gonna be dead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch too. I ain't gonna help you.
Oh,
What?
can I say? I got something else that's what's popping,
Uh-huh.
and I've been meaning to do this for about like a month or two now. Clay can correct me on the timeline, but Clay is popping.
That's a fact.
Butler Productions Multimedia. Did I say that right? Yes, is popping.
Absolutely.
What was y'all's latest jingle y'all just got? I think I saw that on social media. Didn't y'all just sell it, or y'all got a jingle on a show?
Oh yeah.
I know that was a couple months ago. I think when y'all posted that.
It wasn't a jingle. It was music in Super Nanny.
Super Nanny. Okay, yeah.
I
So
got some in. Jason got some music in, and Kelton Hunt.
oh, okay. Yeah. So Clay, Jason, Kelton, the crew, can shout out to y'all.
Shout out to
How many
y'all.
jingles now have you, or how many TV shows or movies have you gotten your music in?
Last check, we're somewhere around like 86.
86.
86 different programs.
Wow. What's
Nice.
the
Close to 100.
What's the one you're most proud of?
Don't mess up no bags.
Oh yeah, sorry. Clay
That's
said he's got his music in 86 programs.
Don't mess up no bags saying what you're most proud of.
And I don't know the exact number of episodes, but I think we've got almost every single episode of Love and Hip Hop.
Wait, what? You're in Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah.
Word?
Actually, we're the transition cue, like the one where like they introduced the play-ons and
Say
playoffs.
word.
Yeah.
That one's mine.
I went through a Love and Hip Hop like YouTube phase where I just watch. See, think about me and Love and Hip Hop. I don't want to watch the whole show with any reality show. I don't watch the whole show. I want to watch the compilations of all the arguments and the toxic stuff. I don't want to see nobody happy. I want to see all the toxic fighting. Who got a drink thrown on them? That's what I be watching.
I've never watched the show.
Really, I was just about to ask, have you gone back and watched the show?
The only reason that I know it's like one of the I played it for some guys at the college when I was doing a talk there.
Yeah.
And they're like, I remember that cue. That's the one that
Oh, really?
And they play it in like every single episode.
Nah,
and
that's
I've
dope.
never watched it.
Huh? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay more attention now.
But I've gotten them fortunate enough to get the main title themes for Married to Jonas and Totally Clueless. Totally Clueless is MTV.
Oh,
Married to
okay.
Jonas was like 2012 when Nick Jonas got married.
Oh,
Jonas
I
Brothers.
remember that. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
that
if we
show.
knew y'all. Did we know
Yeah.
y'all in 2012? Yeah, we did. Because
But just barely.
yeah, just barely. But I think that was one of the first things I knew you by or whatever. My mom going, hey, turn on the show or whatever. Like, Mr. Clay's got a jingle. And I was like, oh, that guy's legit. So, yeah.
So if you got a show out there on YouTube or something, and you need some jingles for it, you ain't got a jingle guy.
Yeah,
hit
and
up
you
Butler
got
Production
money.
Social Media. Yeah, hit up Butler Production.
Yeah, we do
getting back.
podcast intros, all that stuff like
Yeah.
that. We just finished up recently. We did all the IDs and jingles for a station in the UK, Big Hits Radio UK.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So,
So yeah,
yeah.
come through
That's
international with it.
That's
The
what's
Paul
popping.
Boyd Show. Shout out to Paul Boyd in Northern Ireland.
Yeah,
Pop-
hit them up. You know what I'm saying? We international with it around here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We get it all. So yeah.
Well, yeah,
definitely
that's what's popping.
That's definitely popping.
Butler Productions Multimedia.
Absolutely.
Appreciate the shout out, man.
Oh,
For
no
sure.
problem. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have been meaning. I don't know why it just popped into my head, but I saw that about like 2 months ago, and I was like, oh, I need to throw that out there. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's popping.
Yes, sir. Well,
What's-
Levi, what is flopping?
What's flopping? Two things.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, Adam Gase. So we haven't really discussed this. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Adam Gase is finally gone from the Jets.
Yes.
Bye bye.
They secured the tank. Well, semi-secured the tank.
Yes, which is what they were doing all along. Or I don't know. Everybody was like, "Hey, why aren't we firing Adam Gase? Why isn't he
Right,
on the hot seat?"
right.
He's like, "No, let the man finish the mission first, and then send him on his way."
They
And
were
he did.
They're out there like the old Kobe thing. Job's not done.
Yeah,
Job's not done.
exactly. So, but he's flopping for that reason. But
Right.
another reason why he's flopping is because I don't know why this man is even being considered by Nick Saban to take over the offense next year once Sark leaves. I don't know why he's even allowed to look at Nick Saban with those crazy eyes. I bet Nick Saban just tells Adam Gase whenever he talks to him, he's like, "Hey man, just look at the table. Don't look at me." Nick probably doesn't like that. But yeah, so that's one thing that's flopping. And my second thing that's flopping is I know a lot's been going on lately, and the world seems to be in a turmoil, and the future seems very dark. And Titus, I'm here to tell everyone it is. And do you want to know why?
Why, Levi?
Mitch Trubisky got voted as the MVP,
The Nickelodeon.
the
most valuable player?
Nickelodeon Nick's most valuable player. It will be the one and only award he has. But if our future, if the generation of kids right now, if they can't tell, I mean, if they're sitting there and they're watching the football game, they're
Mhm.
like, yeah, Mitch Trubisky
they
deserves this
called him-
award by a
I heard
landslide.
the kid that announced it called him Mick Trubisky.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. So, everybody, if you're out there with a whole doom and gloom, despair mentality, keep it. Okay. It's not looking bright from here. When I
Yeah.
saw that, I was like, yeah, we're screwed.
Well,
I
I
mean, we
mean-
got kids out here voting for Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, well, I mean, you had a whole people in your army tell me that Drew Brees was better than Aaron Rodgers last year.
Wait, that was my people?
Yeah, it was your people.
Oh,
You was
I
running
did
with
run
it.
with that,
you
didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought about that the other week, and I got mad again. Like, they really sold me that. They really tried to tell me Drew Brees is better than Aaron Rodgers.
I feel like out of everything we've talked about, that's like the one thing that you really hold on to or have held on to.
I had forgotten about it. Now I just remember that. I said, I got to bring that up somehow. And he finally gave me the opportunity to bring it right back to reality.
Yeah.
Drew Brees.
So yeah, that's what's flopping. What's flopping with you?
Well, my what's flopping and my not the expert are the same thing, so I got to hold off on my what's flopping.
Oh.
Yeah.
You want me to give you another what's flopping?
Yeah, throw it over here.
Let's see. For our viewers out there, no, it is not December 15th, 2020. Time did not go backwards. The date's wrong.
And if you're on YouTube, it's also not January 14th.
Yeah.
2021. So it's cool. They'll know.
I'll lend you a what's flopping.
Thank you.
Shoulders.
That's me holding on my
Yeah,
hands.
here
What's
you go.
flopping.
Here's a dangly shoulder for you. Here's a flopping in the breeze shoulder. Trey Sermon got the Colt McCoy treatment last night.
Yeah, you did.
So y'all get out there, do a bunch of shoulder presses if you're going to play Alabama.
Messed
Get
up.
those shoulders
That's
up.
what y'all do.
Yeah.
It really is. So now that segues right into the next topic. Levi, the national championship took place last night.
Yes.
The Alabama Crimson Tide defeated the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Roll Tide.
And so the way I watched this game last night, Levi, was I took my little nap, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I woke up and it was like 8, it was about close to 9 o'clock, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it was like a 1-score game. I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna come back a little later though. Right? So I said I'll see why it looks a little later. I dozed off for like 10 minutes, I guess. And all of a sudden it was 35-17. I said, oh, okay, cool. I'll just stay asleep. There's no need for me to get out of bed for this. And then, I woke up, checked the final score, 52-24. I said, okay, cool. I made the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my experience watching the national championship game.
Yeah.
I watched the rest of it this morning. I think we did a podcast on it last week. Little pre-show podcast talking about it. I think you thought it might be close.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the week, I think I texted you, Ohio State's going to get smoked.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ryan Day said something about how they would have plenty of players available after there was rumors of a COVID situation. I was like, okay, that means they ain't got nobody available.
Yeah.
And
which was true.
Yeah. And they went out there and got smoked.
Yeah, so right before the game starts, Ohio State finally makes the announcement, hey, we're going to be missing our starting kicker, one of our offensive guards, and 2 of our defensive linemen. And when I saw that update, I was like, yeah, just go ahead, put it in the bag for Alabama. Don't even have to play the game.
That was a done deal. Done data.
The game
sure.
And our pod, I'm pretty sure I said Alabama was going to win, but if I was betting, I would take Ohio State.
Yeah.
Because the spread being -8, -9.
Right.
And then I gave my little prediction, my last prediction 1 hour before, and that's kind of when I ditched the original take, and I threw out 45-28, I think.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it was a dominant performance by Alabama. I mean,
it was like a competitive quarter and a half.
Yeah.
And then it was suddenly points.
Yeah.
Points everywhere.
Exactly.
Points all over the place.
Devontae
Smith all over the place.
Devontae Smith almost broke every national championship game receiving record. He was 3 yards away.
Who had the record?
Jamar Chase.
I figured
with the receiving yards, I know it's Jamar Chase. I don't know what it was with. He may not have broken receiving record.
Yeah.
Let's see. But I know he broke receptions, and then he was 3 yards away. But my man's had 200 and something yards.
In a half.
Devontae Smith proved straight up why he was more than deserving to win a Heisman. We should have given the man 2 Heismans. Do what?
I said for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was deserving.
No doubt, even though I think Mac Jones is a good quarterback, is he a late first-round pick? I don't know.
He has everything.
He does have everything. He really does. But Devontae Smith is just so freaking good, especially when the play breaks down. Yeah, because if I'm Mac Jones, my first read is not Devontae Smith. And if that first read is covered, then I already know my second read is open.
Right.
Because Devontae Smith is that smart, fast, elusive.
The fact that Waddle went down and he just started playing every position in the receiving corps.
Exactly.
Him winning the Heisman was hands down what needed to happen.
I mean, I told you on this show when Jalen Waddle got hurt, I backed off a little bit just because, I mean, it was really early in the season, but I was like, man, I really don't know how it really can be done once you go up against these elite defenses.
Right.
And then only having one option really with Devontae Smith, but he's more than enough.
Yeah, for sure. So salute him. Enjoy that draft. Hopefully, I mean, maybe it'll be in the Eagles jersey. I don't know what we finna do.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to put that pain in your life, Devontae, because I mean, you are Jamar Chase got to go through it. One of y'all got to go through it.
Oh, well, I mean,
you are Chase got to go through it.
I think he's going to end up going to the Dolphins.
You think he's going that high? He's going 3?
Well, it depends. I think
the Dolphins going to have that pick. That's the real question.
Do what?
Are Dolphins going to have that pick, or some things going to happen?
I mean, do you want to talk about that right now?
some things might happen. We might hit that later.
Yeah, well, let's hit that later. But I think a lot of people have Jamar Chase going above.
Yeah, Jamar's the number one.
Yeah,
the one option.
But he's definitely going to be.
He'll probably be second off the board. He'll probably be second off the board because I mean, Jamar's got a little more height on him, a little more height, physically a little bigger.
Yeah, weight and height.
Yeah.
That's the one downfall for Devontae Smith. That's why he's not the unanimous number 1 pick in the wide receiver category. Is just because of his size.
Yeah.
But I have a few questions I want to ask you.
Talk to me.
Do you think a lot of people have dubbed last year's LSU team as the best college football team ever?
I do want to get into this, actually.
Do you think this team is better?
I don't think I don't like to properly evaluate best teams ever until like we're years later and we see how many players, how they did in the NFL. How many guys that go to the NFL. Like those graphics when we see starting lineup and half teams in the NFL. Like that Florida State team was like half those guys became all pros. Florida State National Championship team. Yeah. That's when I like to evaluate the best college team ever. When that happens. So I like to hold off on that judgment.
Okay. Well, in your opinion,
I'm still low-key biased with the 2001 Miami team.
The 2001 Miami?
Yeah,
okay,
that
I guess that is
insanity.
Yeah, I was about to ask you who you would think right now.
Yeah.
Is that the Clinton Portis? They had 3 different running backs going to the draft.
Guys who didn't even start.
Yeah, like Clinton Portis, Frank Gore, somebody else.
Yeah.
Who's big. I mean, that whole team, Jeremy Shockley on that team.
Yeah.
I mean, the team was absolutely loaded. But your point is fair. I guess to make a even more fair judgment, like you just said, I shouldn't go ahead and pick. But I would say, yes, Alabama's better than this team. But the only reason why I would say Alabama's better than last year's LSU team is because you still can't really convince me if Tua's not hurt, they're not better than that LSU team from last year.
They're not, but I hear you.
Yeah, I mean, at least you hear me.
Here's the
Thank
running
you
back
for
room.
hearing me.
here's the running back room.
Okay.
Najee Davenport, Clinton Portis, Willis McGahee, Frank Gore.
Oh, my God. Embarrassment of riches. Look at that. What's that wide receiver core?
The wide receiver core is just Andre Johnson, basically.
What's that linebacking core?
Let's see.
Or secondary?
Jonathan Vilma.
Yeah.
DJ Williams, Ed Reed, Sean Taylor was Ed Reed's backup. That's how insane it was. Entrell Roll, Phillip Buchanan, like that team that's insanity.
That team was set.
Yeah, and Ken Dorsey running the show.
Ken Dorsey.
Yes, and Brian McKinney, who never gave up a sack in college.
Yeah,
like not one sack, not a single. That's so insane to not ever give up a sack. It's just it confuses me. Like nobody ever. Not even on accident. Like, nah, just never gave up a sack.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is ridiculous. I feel like Alabama had a guy or he may be the only one. I feel like Alabama had a guy like that. Maybe Leatherwood, actually, from this year. I don't think he's let up a sack.
Yeah.
But that may have changed throughout the course of the year.
Yeah.
Is Justin Fields your second best QB?
For me personally, yes. But I also haven't seen Trey Lance or Zach Wilson play football. I don't know anything else. I've seen some clips and they look good, but I haven't watched them. I didn't watch BYU football this year.
Yeah, I saw
Let's go to state, so I don't really want to.
I saw one projection of all these mock drafts.
Yeah.
I saw Zach Wilson in place of where you think Justin Fields would be for the Falcons. Yeah. So I haven't watched him that much except for a little bit that BYU has been on TV and I've stopped at it. But if you go back and look at his numbers, though, they're absolutely ridiculous. So I don't know how to judge it either.
Right.
But
it's weird. I feel like Fields is kind of getting the Lamar Jackson thing where it's like, this guy's been projected to be a top, but we're just going to push him down a little bit. It's like once draft starts, it's going to put these other guys above him a little bit, which is kind of weird, but also could be good because he might land in a better spot. Like Lamar landed with the Ravens, and the Ravens did what they need to do to put the right team around him. So maybe Justin Fields end up in that situation.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to Josh yesterday. Josh is very intrigued by Fields falling to Pittsburgh. Which would be interesting.
I don't know.
I don't think he's falling that far. But
That's pretty far for
you
him
have to trade
fall.
up. I think they traded up last year, so they probably trade up again
Mhm.
to get him. But he could. Maybe he drops a few spots and lands with a good team. Lands with the right franchise.
Yeah. Justin Fields is so weird to me because I want to say he's good, and I know he is good, but when we're talking about is he going to be lead or something like that, I still don't know.
I just don't think he was on one of those. Ohio State's receiving core and running back wasn't loaded like the Alabamas were.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Alabama, kind of like Clemson. I don't think he had a loaded roster like that.
Well, I just found
good as he was.
So I heard earlier this week that I need to look it up, but Ohio State's wide receiver core on paper, like composite wise, I believe
it's supposed to be super nice.
Apparently they're the number one receiving core, but they're all freshmen. Like they're all freshmen and sophomores, but they're all these ridiculous 5-star talents.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just need some more experience, I guess.
Right, because it didn't look like that.
Yeah.
Like at all. They didn't pop off like kind of like LSU's guys did last year. Alabama's guys did this for the last 2 years. Like it didn't pop like that to me. So yeah, I think Fields gonna be all right. But because when I see him play, I like he seems really patient. He doesn't rush anything. He makes pretty smart decisions, except for that Indiana thing. I don't know what he was feeling that day. I think he was trying to get the Heisman too badly. He wanted the Heisman too badly. He started doing random stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I like Fields a lot. He's my number 2 only because I haven't seen the other guys play. So, but yeah.
Well, I got 2 final questions
Talk to me.
before we move on.
Yes,
One, it's a short one, easy one. Is Nick Saban the GOAT?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Does anyone doubt that?
I don't know.
I hope not.
I hope not. Yeah.
I'm sure it's still like a Bear Bryant guy somewhere, but it's like,
he surpassed Bear Bryant a few years ago.
He really did.
In my opinion,
he really did. I agree. Winning most championships in this specific era is a bit insane,
and doing it with how many different offensive coordinators, how many different defensive coordinators, it's ridiculous. Like the consistency they've been able to sustain at that program as all these pieces just move in and out every single year. It's amazing.
And constantly having people who think they have a read on your program get jobs at other places within the same conference.
Exactly.
Saban's the best. Yeah, Saban's definitely the GOAT.
I still got my money on Lane Kiffin
being the one to get it.
Bro, if anybody's not that close this year, bro, it's gonna happen.
That team was trash too. Yeah. That team was so good, so bad.
Exactly, bro. And we're not gonna be that hot next year. I mean, we're losing a lot of our guys.
Well, y'all are
next year.
favorites again next year. Alabama's favorites again next year, apparently.
Are we?
Yeah, I saw the Vegas
I thought
odds.
Georgia was.
Nah, the sportsbook odds came out. Alabama's favorite.
I feel like they always do that though. Yeah. Like the very next year, they just go ahead and throw the.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah,
I think all the playoffs. I think Oklahoma. I think it was Alabama, Clemson, and Ohio State were all like 4-1. Ohio State and Clemson were 4-1 for next year.
I'm not sure if Chris has done it yet. But he's put some money already on JT Daniels for the Heisman next year.
Imagine having your faith in Georgia football to do anything right.
Hey, imagine what that buyout's going to be though if he wins that. Nice. Getting that early in. But sure. I'm really thinking about giving him some money to put on Georgia for me next year.
Entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, for entertainment purposes. Only.
For sure.
But last one. Do you think Devontae Smith is the best wide receiver to come? I mean, I know you haven't judged NFL yet.
To come through Alabama?
Yeah. You got Julio.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm still biased towards Julio. I'm still Julio biased. Because Julio's out there. Julio didn't have these quarterbacks. Julio he was out there with the McElroy in there.
Yeah.
He was out there with them dudes.
Julio set the trend, of course. And I absolutely love Julio. He is incomparable, really. Right. Except for if you're going to throw out a DK Metcalf, just like a physical specimen. Freaks, you can't. I mean, he's going to do whatever he wants to.
The Calvin Johnson type field.
Exactly, but it's just the lack of touchdowns that get me, and it's been the critical drops too that Julio's had.
But all the Alabama guys do that for some reason.
Amari has too, man.
Yeah, Amari does it. Ridley does it a little bit.
Well, I feel like with Ridley and Julio, they always getting those balls thrown at them. Like, it's the Falcons. We're just going to throw the ball.
Get it. Yeah,
exactly. Right. So you got a lot more opportunities to catch. I mean, to drop it.
Right.
But,
right.
Yeah, I don't know. NFL wise, I don't know, but I think collegiately, Devontae Smith's got to be the best. Yeah.
He did so much this year.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be mad at it and argue against it.
And I'm very confident in if Devontae Smith isn't on that team this year or got hurt, they're losing a game somewhere in there.
Yeah. I see that.
Roll Tide. Nick Saban's the GOAT. Take it, Auburn fans. Inject it. Kill yourselves with it. I don't care.
They
what
got
you
that.
do
They
with
got
it.
that Boise State dude coming for you.
Exactly. We
watch
got
out.
Harsin and the Broncos.
Yeah, that guy.
And Mike Bobo coming. You know Mike Bobo?
They hired Bobo.
Yeah. Bobo OC and
People still hiring Bobo.
yeah,
That's
Bobo.
hilarious.
Yeah, Bobo getting passed around like a
Bobo keep a job.
joint at Woodstock.
Bobo
yeah.
keeps a job. And he
does.
He's like the Brian Schottenheimer of college.
Yeah.
Like just bad, but keeps getting hired.
Dude, my
really
high school football coached Bobo
Speaking
when he
of-
was in high school.
Speaking of bad coaches, you see Gene Chizik try to say that he coached 5 first-round quarterbacks.
Nah, did he really?
He tried to say that.
Who?
He was defense coordinator for like 3 of them. For like 4 of them, I think.
At where?
Probably I don't know. He's been a coordinator, and then he was head coach at Auburn, so he got Cam. But I think the rest of them I saw he was defense coordinator.
He can't. And
He wasn't
came
head
from
coach.
Iowa State.
Yeah, he
before
wasn't
that.
head coach anywhere. So
Hmm.
it was really funny. I laughed a lot at that.
Yeah.
But we can keep moving. We're gonna get to the headlines. We got headlines. Let me blast this out real quick, and then I will get to them. I got headlines for you, Levi.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm blasting the link out. Share the link, y'all. Let everybody know what's going on. Let your people know. All right, headlines. We are starting right here. Bye, Dougie, bye. Doug Peterson has been fired by the Philadelphia Eagles after 5 seasons.
R.I.P.
Yes. I've been thinking about this a lot, Levi.
Mhm.
You know I was advocating for a full house cleaning in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking today that I haven't been really grateful. I haven't expressed my gratitude for Doug Peterson a lot on this program because of this year, you know what I'm saying? And I was thinking, how do you say goodbye to a man who won you your franchise's first Super Bowl, who got you to a place you didn't know you would get to,
Mm-hmm.
like, who let you see that it was possible to win the Super Bowl, who came out and said, this is the new normal here in Philadelphia after winning said Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Being a filthy liar, basically, because he said that and it hadn't happened.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you say goodbye to someone who brought you so much joy with his bold play calling, his aggressive style, revamping an offense, turning a team around in 2 years that Chip Kelly tried to ruin? And you say, bye, Doug. Enjoy your next job.
Mm.
Bye. Bye.
Out of the Eagles.
Out of the Eagles. To get further into this, though, honestly, Levi, Doug, I will always appreciate Doug because Doug is a part of one of the best moments of, my Eagles fandom.
Mm-hmm.
The best moment of my Eagles fandom, actually. He's a part of that. So I always appreciate that for him. But I think this whole divorce is going to get really messy because some report came out yesterday he was sick of being told what to do, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, no one told you you weren't as the play caller, that terrible offense on. What you mad about that for? Anyway, but he was talking to, him and Jeffrey Lurie had a meeting, and it came out Sunday. This has been in the works since Sunday, basically. Because Lurie, they were like, oh, yeah, it's his position in firm. It's going to see what happens in this meeting with Lurie and see how Lurie comes out, what Lurie comes out thinking and feeling about it. Doug apparently wanted to promote some people in-house. It leaked out he wanted to promote people in-house because they were going to fire him. So he wanted to promote, like, Press Taylor, who's the passing game coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
The passing game coordinator, Levi,
Yeah.
for this offense.
Yeah, there is no pass game.
To offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
And move someone else, a defensive coach, to defense coordinator because, Jim Schwartz was hired.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted to do a bunch of in-house stuff. Like, Doug, the in-house stuff has been terrible.
Wait, where's Schwartz at?
Schwartz is retired on hiatus, taking a year off, something like that.
Oh,
We don't
okay.
know what he's doing yet.
Okay.
But Doug basically, the decisions he was going to make were not decisions that would keep this franchise going. And I don't think it's all on Doug. I've said plenty of times on this show, I'm pretty sure, there's plenty of blame to go around in this organization, right?
Mm-hmm.
Howie's taking some blame. The homie, Howie's taking blame. Wentz has to take blame. There's some blame. There's plenty of blame to go around this organization.
Mm-hmm.
But these decisions, here it is. Jeff McClain said he wanted to promote Press Taylor to offense coordinator. His suggestions were also had Andrew Bryant moving from pass game analyst to QB's coach, promoting Matt Burke from defensive line coach to defense coordinator, or bringing in ex-DB's coach Corey Unlin back as DC. These are people who have been there already and it hasn't worked out. This doesn't make any logical sense. It makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
The part of me thinks he was just ready to get out of here. Because bringing that's what you bring to your big meeting about your job. It's like, yeah, I want to bring people from this 4-11 team. People need, you know what you need when you go 4-11? Promotions. People need promotions. That'll get everything turned around.
Yeah.
So he had to go. If that's his idea, he had to go. He just did. Because I don't think he wants to hear outside voices. So
I think he did want to go.
I think he did too.
Yeah.
And good for him. Go to the Jets and be with Joe Douglas. Have fun with that, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any opinions on the Doug firing?
Perfect timing? I don't know. Worst timing? I don't know.
Super weird timing.
Yeah,
right?
weird.
The coaching hiring season has started.
Yeah.
And you're a week late.
I think it was Doug just. I think Doug lost all the confidence in himself.
Yeah.
And he was just screaming for
That's kinda
help,
going
didn't know how to
around.
get out. Yeah, so he had to self-sabotage.
That's kind of going around. Lost confidence.
Yeah.
Wentz lost confidence. Doug lost confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Howie, no one has confidence in Howie except for Jeffrey Lurie.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I need to watch is Lurie defends Howie Roseman like I defend Russell Westbrook. Okay. And it's not
unhealthy.
But it's worse because would you like to know how many Pro Bowlers Howie Roseman's drafted in the last 7 years?
How many?
1.
Oh.
1 in 7. Yes. Yes.
Who was it?
Carson.
Oh.
That's it. Only Pro Bowler he's drafted. The only one. Yeah, do the cam. Just fall out of the chair. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. 1 Pro Bowler in 7 drafts, dog.
That dude sucks.
He does. And Jeffrey's out here like, I feel like we've had a lot of success. Success with what? The man's drafted 12 wide receivers and they're all terrible.
Yeah.
He hadn't picked a good wide receiver yet. Not one. Like, I don't get it. We are 70. Okay. Howie Roseman's greatest hits, all right? 1 Pro Bowler drafted. We are $70 million over the cap this year. 70. 70.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of zeros behind it. $70 million over the cap this next season.
Mm-hmm.
And how somehow gonna keep his job because he's been good at this.
Yeah.
And I respect Jeffrey Lurie because he has gotten this team to about 7 NFC championships.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's cool. It's been 1 in the last 12 years though, buddy. 1. We won that one, thank God. But it's been 1. I'm just things got to change. Everybody has to go. You got to clean house, man. At a certain point, you got to clean house.
So
it's a lot of Arthur Blank vibes here.
Thank you. That's where I was gonna go. I was gonna say, hey, looks like we're in the same boat, bro. When we just on 2 different sides of it, and we thinking we on different boats, but we're really just on the same boat.
The bird boat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So while we're on this boat of bird sadness, I'm in the same state, man. Get rid of everybody, which means I love you, Raheem Morris. I think you've got a great future ahead of you in the NFL, just not with the Falcons. Along with everybody else on that staff, get rid of them. That's what we got to do. Clean house.
Yeah.
Clean house. Y'all got a Super Bowl out of it. We got an appearance and a little bit of a taste of it. Didn't actually get the Super Bowl though, but yeah, after a Super Bowl, you pretty much need to clean house, unless you're Bill Belichick or Andy Reid with a dynasty in Kansas City.
Right.
Clean house.
Yeah. That's pretty much that's what's got to take place. It's got to start over. And Jeffrey kind of even alluded that yesterday, where he said we're going to be in a. He said we've made a lot of short-term moves for the short term, but now we're going to be in a transition period.
Yeah.
So we're going to be terrible next year. So I accepted that because he knows we're going to be terrible next year. So
yeah.
But a transition period don't mean we trying to contend. That means you're trying to figure out where some things are going to end up.
How many more years does Carson have?
His contract hits next year, but after that, it goes down.
Okay.
Like, his dead cap is at his highest next year, but the year after that, he's barely had any guaranteed money, I think. So this is going to be the weirdest year, which makes him untradeable. Yeah. But the report is now, because with Peterson gone, Carson is more likely to not want to be traded. So I don't know what happened there. The man only, played you half the season when you probably should have missed a few weeks earlier, but, I don't know. It's going to be a mess. It's going to get really messy when all these leaks come out from Doug Peterson's side of things. That's when it's going to get really interesting. We're going to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Because right now, the Eagles are in control of the leaks. Because you don't leak who he was trying to hire unless you're about to fire him, right? Like, you got to have the justification out there. Like, look, this man tried to promote these people. Be mad at him. And we're all like, thank you for telling me this because, it makes it a lot easier on me too. Yeah, bye. So, next headline. That was all you had?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Cool. Next headline. The coaching carousel. Levi, former Falcons coach Dan Quinn has agreed to become the Dallas Cowboys defense coordinator.
Yeah.
What you think about that?
Great hire.
It really is.
Yeah,
I like that hire. I like the hire a lot.
Can I just go ahead and say I got Dallas winning the NFC East next year?
We ain't winning it. We're in a transition period.
And I don't think Washington and the Giants are going to make that big of a leap in between.
Right.
They're the most talented team in that god-awful division. The most underwhelming team in that god-awful division. There's no excuse for why they've been playing like they have and why they have the record they have. Besides Dak getting hurt, I understand that. But great hire.
It is a good hire.
Great
It's a
hire,
very good
and I
hire.
think defense is where they're lacking the most.
For sure. For sure.
So
Because Dak was putting up points and yards. They were still losing
Yeah.
because they couldn't stop anybody.
mhm.
So, yeah, I like the hire, too. I like the hire. And once again, I like to point out that while the Cowboys are going to get guys like Dan Quinn,
Mhm.
Doug Peterson was trying to promote people in-house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jerry Jones ain't afraid to spend that money, man.
He is not afraid to spend that
Yeah.
bread at all. So I think that's all we got for that. Good hire by Dallas. Hate to say it. But Mike McCarthy's still head coach, so they'll find a way to not do what they should do.
Mhm.
Next headline. Texas is back, part 3.
Mm.
The saga continues. Steve Sarkisian has been hired as the Texas football head coach.
Yes.
You're gonna bring the Texas Longhorns. What week will the Texas Longhorns be back next year? And how long will it last this time?
Well, let's think, man. We got to give Sark like 3 years to get all his players in from recruitment.
Yo.
You know.
I'm just like, this Sarkisian hire for me didn't track at all.
Mhm.
Cause I'm like, I mean, it's cool, but they're like, yeah, look how good he's doing. I'm like, all you have to do with the Alabama offense is look at what Lane Kiffin did and say, oh, let me take some of this and put my spin on it
Mhm.
and not mess it up. You have all the talent in the world. You ain't getting that at Texas anymore.
Mhm.
I don't know how this is gonna work for them, but
I think Sark. I think he's the best. He was the best open candidate out there. I think
Fair.
if you were going to just
If you're
stay
gonna go
within
to the
college
recycle
football,
market,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
yeah.
You're going to stay within college football. Sark's the best one on the market, so it all made sense to me. Are they going to get the results they want? I don't know. When it comes to championships, and
Yeah.
victories and like that, but I'll tell you what they do want that they will get is, nostalgia. They're gonna get nostalgia. They're gonna get some of those Vince Young, flashy,
Word,
back when the offense could put up
Word.
however many points they
Yeah.
wanted to. So that's what they really want down there in Austin. So he's gonna give them that. I think the pipelines, like the recruiting too, that Sark has, and being able to go outside of the state of Texas,
Right.
even though you're fine if you just invest in the state
Instead
of Texas.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
But now you can go out to California,
Yeah.
some of these other places. So, I mean, he's going to bring Texas back to relevancy as in a consistent Big 12 champion contender, but I don't know. Playoffs, winning a national championship, I'm not that convinced.
I'm with you on that. I think Texas might need to reevaluate their expectations. Like I do
Yeah.
think Tom Herman had to go because apparently there's a report that actual guys on campus were doing negative recruiting. Some people, hey, don't come here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was that once that happened, time for you to go, dog. You out of here.
Wasn't Tom Herman the one that put like a bunch of weird like rules or like curfews or stuff like that?
I think it was a Florida State guy.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
yeah. I think, but I don't remember about that. But I know the guys were saying don't come here. So you lose once that happens in college. It's time for you to go, dog.
Yeah,
Like once that starts leaking out, it's time for you to go. So
it is.
I don't know. The higher I think, but yeah, I was saying Texas and their expectations. I don't think they're the national power they like to think they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't know if they're gonna get back to that. It's gonna take
Same
a
thing,
lot.
because I don't think USC's ever getting back to that either.
No, because USC is so hell bent on just sticking to what they did, like this USC tradition. It's like that ain't it no more.
And with these programs, the reason why they pretty much run themselves dry or run themselves into all these probations, suspensions, whatever that has hindered, their progress of getting anywhere, is these old heads and these huge boosters, alumni that have so much control over the program.
Right.
They got too many decision makers out there. And so I know that's been a problem for Texas since ever. And that's with the whole athletic department. And Texas is probably the richest university I know when it comes to sports, but probably, exactly. So look, I get it. There's a lot of expectation and there's a lot of reason why there's expectations. It's blue blood. A lot of success has come through there, but you got too many. Look, just give your program over to a Nick Saban type. I mean, I know they're hard to find.
That's easy. Go get a Nick Saban.
Yeah, exactly. But
let him be head coach.
Yeah, but they're not going to find success for the same reasons why all these other schools, like we've talked about Auburn before. We know Auburn has had those old heads running their program. So that's what's getting in the way. You're letting too many outside influences make your decisions for you. So tell them to get out and let you do your job
Facts
and
that.
tell them to go sit on a beach somewhere.
Facts that. 2 headlines left. Revenge of the COVID. You like that name?
Yeah.
After the bubble success for the 2020 playoffs, the NBA faces multiple postponements and depleted rosters thanks to positive COVID tests and contact tracing.
Yeah.
So Levi, the NBA made a business decision and said, "Look, a lot of bread we're gonna lose if we don't come back.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta do what we gotta do." And I respect because both sides agreed to it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We're not like anybody. It's professionals, grown men.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to get the money. I get
Mhm.
it. But now, whew.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is them being super safe with the contact tracing. I do get that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to make sure guys are good.
Yeah.
But Levi?
Yeah.
They did not have a proper plan for this. I think they should have expanded the rosters a little bit so you could have more guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because this regular roster,
So they didn't expand the roster?
they expanded a couple spots, but I know someone suggested they should have had the G League guys be able to be called up,
Yeah.
which would have made sense. Because having them somewhere, call them up when you need bodies. Because I think we had 3 postponements. The Heat Celtics game Sunday night got postponed.
Yeah.
Last night the Pelicans Mavericks game was postponed. Tonight the Celtics Bulls game was postponed again. And while all this happened, Saturday or Friday they made the Philadelphia 76ers go out there with 8 people.
Well, I was about to say, I think last night yesterday, the Hawks beat the 76ers with 8 people. Or was that Saturday?
No,
Sunday,
it was
whatever?
last night. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Embiid was there. Simmons and Harris were both out.
Okay.
So
I don't know. Okay, it kind of confuses me just because I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say anything. I'm kind of just thinking right now. I know mainly it's been contract tracing. I don't know how many of these guys
are all positives.
Yeah, have actually gotten positive.
I think I saw the Mavs had a few.
Okay.
But I think it was staff and player. I don't think it was just players. I think it was a little bit of everybody.
I mean, I don't know what to think about this because
I think it's smart to just do the contact tracing part. Although some of it seems a little, it seems a little
excessive
because I want to say Tatum or somebody had to sit out because they hugged the player that tested positive after the game.
Okay.
So they're okay, yeah, you got to sit out. Which I respect how safe they're being, but at the same time, if you're gonna be that safe, you need that safeguards in place to hey, this is happening, but we got rosters, we got expanded rosters.
Exactly.
This looks like a cluster right now, and the NBA did very well with the bubble. The bubble, they made that work, and they did a very good job with that. But it's looking kind of crazy right now, so they gotta get on top of it.
Are they still going? See, this is what I was really wondering. I don't know if they're putting it down anywhere, and I know with medicine, doctors aren't even sure because you've had some of those weird cases pop up of people testing positive again once they've already gotten it. So I don't know. I'm interested to know if they're even, contract tracing these players who have already had COVID, months ago or whatever. And if they're being, that meticulous with everything.
Right. Yeah,
but,
I'm curious.
Yeah, because with the NBA and teams, it's not that many guys. So you would think
it's very close quarters.
I would think half of them have kind of gotten it already.
But you can't get it again though, because they got different strains, so you can't catch it. Again.
So you can't get it.
You can.
You can. Okay,
yeah.
So that's what I was really wondering is
you can.
Different strains. Okay, then that makes total sense. Then that's what I was wondering. I didn't know if they had that. If that was a rule somewhere. If you've tested
positive, you got it. Yeah. I think they'll get it together. They probably have a meeting because they kind of rushed everything back. Everything got thrown off of them when they tried to come back in December. They rushed a lot back, but I think they'll work something out. I think they're having a big governors meeting today to talk about some stuff. So we'll see what goes down with that. But yeah, they've been attacked by COVID. Said, you got us in the first half. Not gonna lie, but we coming for you.
Yeah,
and COVID came back. Last headline, and we're gonna move on to Wildcard Weekend. Lost in Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving has been away from the team and will miss his 4th straight game with the Brooklyn Nets tonight. We don't know exactly why Kyrie's not there. It's in personal reasons. I think there was some birthday. There's reports that he was at a birthday party for some family members yesterday, though. Big birthday parties, like big gatherings. Sports, he was there. He did make a post for his father's birthday. So I was thinking on this, and I was like, oh, Kyrie being Kyrie. But then, Levi, you know what I was reminded of?
What?
The Last Dance. When the homie Dennis Rodman went to Vegas for 3 days, just came back, and no one knew about it till, just this last year, I guess. Kyrie just living his Rodman life. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know
Take
who
care
else?
of himself.
You know who else has been out?
Who that?
Wasn't KD? Isn't he
KD
still
played
out?
last night. No, KD played.
Or he was out for 4 games
He was,
for quarantining purposes.
But,
so I can see whenever KD's taking a break, man, or he's not going to be there, I don't expect Kyrie to be there.
Yeah, KD played The last night. He had 36 points on Sunday.
balling.
Yeah. So he back.
So he's back.
Yeah. Kyrie is out there doing Kyrie things.
Yeah.
Straight up, I hope everything's good. I don't know like what it is. He probably won't tell us, and we'll get mad if anyone asks questions about it. But hopefully everything's good with that.
Yeah.
Brooklyn is an experience.
He just may be in his feelings a little bit.
Yeah. I wish y'all the best. Trying to play defense with that roster, by the way. Good luck with
God, that defense is so
Ooh,
bad.
it's ugly. It's so dark.
Brooklyn, they definitely got to make a few moves before I can give them the ring.
Yeah. Like they can score against anybody for now, but they can also get scored on by anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's we'll see what happens with that.
The Hawks and the Nets are going through some of the same problems.
Yeah,
defensive issues.
Hawks got a lot going on.
Yeah.
And Bogdan's out.
Yeah.
His knee. So that's going well.
Mm-hmm.
Things are going well in Atlanta.
Is he out for the season?
I think it's up in the air, but a fraction knee. I feel like that's gonna be. I feel like it might be a season.
Yeah.
Season, or like maybe if the playoffs happen, maybe if the Hawks get in the playoffs, maybe he'll be back for like late in that. Maybe that's about it though. I don't see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for John Collins though. He can get some more touches maybe. Trey Scott's basketball. On to Wild Card Weekend. Levi, the first thing I want to say is the NFL tried to call this Super Wild Card Weekend, and I'm just not doing that.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's a stupid title.
Yeah.
Super Wild.
Well, super because super size.
They threw another. Yeah, they threw a couple more teams in there, but
exactly.
Nah.
Yeah.
Super. Nah, I hated that title. It was too many words. Wild Card Weekend was lit. Do you want to put the picks up here?
Yeah, you can.
Pick record up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you want to put the second one. I think it's the second slide.
Okay.
It's the wild card. So, yeah, me and Titus made our picks. Go on our Instagram at NTE Podcast. Also, follow all of our socials because we're rolling something out this week, and you'll need to know about it. But anyways, there it is. We picked games. We went 3-3. We had some different people. Titus had Pittsburgh beating the Browns.
Yeah.
So I got that one over him, but I had the Titans beating the Ravens, and he had the Ravens, so he got that one over me. So we're tied in last.
Wow, we're not off to a good start.
Yeah.
We're not off to a good start in the
playoffs. We're not riding solo, though. We do have one ESPN expert.
Dan Graziano's out here with us.
Dan Graziano.
Cool.
He went 3-3 also. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's like a golf score.
Yeah, it is. We got 7 people tied for second
T7.
at 4-2. And then we have the lone number 1 spot.
Damien Woody.
Damien Woody's
cooking everybody right now.
He is.
What game did he miss? Do you know? I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
I know he got the Browns right.
Okay.
I want to say he picked the Titans over the Ravens.
Yeah.
I may be wrong on that.
And Titans Ravens was conflicting. Let's start there. Titans Ravens.
Okay, yeah, you want to start there?
Yeah, we can start there. That game was conflicting for me during the week, as you can hear if you heard the NFL show with Josh that we did this week. Subscribe to the podcast if you didn't hear that and you would have known it existed. I was confused on that game because I feel like the Titans are just such a weird matchup for them. And I feel like the Ravens fixed a lot of the problems that got them beat last year. So I was kind of worried about them. But and then it was 10-0, and I was very worried about them. I picked the Ravens just because I feel like it was time for them to break through, and I wanted them to break through. It was kind of a hard pick.
Yeah.
But we was down 10-0, Levi. I was terrified. I said, oh my God, it's happening again. But what they did was they actually didn't panic for once. They stayed with the offense, got it going. Lamar started doing Lamar things. Lamar still amazes me as an athlete. Like the plays he makes.
Yeah.
Like that one he broke off for the touchdown. It's like, God, it's just that level of athleticism is so much fun to watch.
He's good.
Yeah, for sure. I was impressed with them. I was kind of impressed with their way they got it together late in the game. I do see some causes for concern for the Bills game, but I was happy they got that win off. Win. I also loved all the pettiness of the logo stomping.
Yeah, I was here for
my favorite thing about it was like a minute 50 left and the Titans had 3 timeouts and they were like, "Yeah, game's over." I'm like, y'all kind of early to that though.
They did jump on that really early. I love the confidence though. I think they were that confident. They're not scoring on them, but the Titans. It's just weird, man. Like they definitely took a step back this year.
Yeah.
You can't rely on Derrick Henry to do everything for you.
And the Ravens were like, "Yeah, he's not doing it today."
Exactly.
They was like, "Nah, we'll feel like tackling today."
Yeah,
he's not doing it.
The way to beat the Titans, make them one-dimensional. Even though Ryan Tannehill has played pretty good this year,
and he did decently.
Yeah.
And AJ Brown is a monster.
He is.
He is a monster.
He really is. But that defense, that defense got to be has to improve. In
Yeah.
the secondary, really
Yeah.
all the way through the Titans, they need to do a lot of work on defense.
For sure.
I think
For sure.
offensively they're fine.
I think you can build on that offense.
You can,
Yeah, you can
build
adjust
on
and
it.
build on that offense.
And I
for
think
sure.
they had they got a offense. I think their best offensive lineman is it Llewellyn or somebody. They've been down.
Luan, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
think
they'll be back next year.
I think
Ravens,
I think the Titans have for the next few years, and like they're in that spot where they will be irritating.
Yeah,
As long as Derrick Henry can run, they're going to be annoying to play.
exactly.
Right, and if things break right. Like last year, they can get to AFC Championship. Maybe they can get through
Mhm.
with the team with the way they're situated right now.
Yeah.
Like if things break right, they're a team that can make something happen for sure.
It's-
What do you think about the decision to punt on 4th and 2 by Vrabel?
What? When was this?
It was
in the
late.
game?
I think it was in the 4th, like with like a little, maybe 2-3 minutes left. I think.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think it made.
Because
made
they were just outside field goal range.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Just outside field goal range. It was at like 30 something,
Mhm.
33, and outside field goal range. He decided to punt instead of like settle for a 25-yard punt
I think that's
instead
how
of like trying to do.
that's how low
anything.
his confidence was in his defense. I think. I mean, that's the only way I can explain it.
Yeah, he wanted to push him. It was a super weird decision. Because if I got 4th and 2, I don't care if Derrick Henry got 1 yard per carry. I'm gonna take a chance on it, stop him.
When Derrick Henry falls over, he already gets you 2 yards.
I'm saying
that's all you
like,
needed. I
I
don't know.
need 2 yards
That
from Derrick,
is a
I'm going-
weird.
Yeah, it was a really weird decision.
I don't know why. I was busy while I was watching that.
Yeah.
Multitasking, of course. So I didn't really, I don't know, get hung up on that. I just kind of took it
It
as
was really
Derrick
strange.
Henry really wasn't getting crap out there.
He wasn't,
and he was
yeah.
pissed off. And I don't think they wanted to put Lamar Jackson with
short yards.
yeah, exactly, with short yardage, and you're definitely not going to stop him then. So
Yeah.
give your defense
It
a little
was
bit.
little bit of breathing room.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. I think I had something I was gonna say about it. Oh, I want to give a shout out to ESPN by the way, because they did a different type of broadcast for this, where they had ESPN Plus broadcast, which had Dan Orlovsky, they had the NFL Live crew, Dan Orlovsky, Marcus Spears, and Mina Kimes on it, and they were basically watching the game, doing a broadcast of the game, as opposed to the ESPN broadcast on television, and it was super in depth. Like they were really breaking down the plays in a way that the TV broadcast wasn't doing. Like breaking down
really?
decisions, going through the numbers, the possibilities of it. It was really dope to watch. Like
I need to
I
watch
like
that
watching
next
smart
time.
football like that. It
Yeah.
was super fun. So I want ESPN to get more playoff games so they can do that more. Because I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that. They should bring that back. Also, Mina Kimes' face when the Titans punted was one of the funniest things. You probably seen the meme. You probably seen the meme on Twitter.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, that was
Tighten up.
hilarious. What game you want to go to next? What's about the-
Shoot. What was? I don't know. You
I'm
pick.
gonna run through. The Bucks game was. I mean, they won. Like
It was
they should have.
expected.
Taylor Heineke has gotten him a career for the next 10 years, though. Shout out to him.
Yeah,
He secured the bag. You
Yeah,
secured the bag, Taylor.
he really
Good job. Saints Bucks, the Saints Bears game, the
Mhm.
Nickelodeon game,
Yeah,
which I didn't watch, but
yeah.
I'm really intrigued by the fact that it was on Nickelodeon. I wish I did watch it.
Which that wasn't the first time Nickelodeon's had a game.
It wasn't.
No, I don't know
didn't know
why.
that.
It was the first time they've had a playoff game, but
Oh,
I'm pretty
okay.
I'm pretty sure they've had Super Bowls on Nickelodeon before.
Huh.
I want to say that's right.
Oh, they had simulcast with Super Bowls. That
Yeah.
actually sounds like something I remember. Actually,
Yeah,
I just didn't watch it. But I think
I'm
you're
pretty
right
sure they
about that.
have simulcast.
I think you're right about that.
But this is the first time they went all in
All in
on the
on the
whole
Nick- yeah,
kid
with the
experience.
slime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
It
Bucks,
was whatever.
Saints beat the Bucks. I'm trying to get through all the fun games. We can get
You
through
mean
the slander.
Saints beat the Bears?
Saints beat the Bears. Sorry,
Yeah.
trying to get to all the slander fest. Oh, Seattle Rams. Speaking of slander,
Yeah,
who Seattle? That is not a good team. That is not a good team, and it's
let
also
Russ cook. They said
it's also I don't think it's coached that well either.
no, it's not.
And it's strange to say that Pete Carroll. I feel like 2 Super Bowls get you a lot of credibility going to 2 Super Bowls. But I don't know. Pete's kind of lost it lately.
Yeah.
Someone on Reddit, on NFL Reddit, said that Pete Carroll's kind of had a Mike McCarthy type run since the last Super Bowl, and I was like, good God, that is accurate.
Yeah, it is.
It's not been good. I like the fact that they don't have an offensive line and they're still running streaks with Aaron Donald just destroying Russ all the time.
Yep.
And Russ fell off hard in the second half of the season. I don't know what happened with him, but he fell off really hard. That's an unimpressive game. They lost to the emergency quarterback.
How many times did they throw the ball in that game?
Let me look it up.
How many times did they run the ball? Because I feel like every time I watch the Seahawks, ever since everybody started saying let Russ cook, I never once saw a running back for the Seahawks
Well,
carry
and
that
the problem
ball.
is I don't think Chris Carson is like that. is that.
No, they need help.
Right?
When you got
Yeah.
Chris Carson, Rashad Penny, who's the other guy they throw in there? They're not that
They're
good.
not that. Yeah, they're not the Marshall.
That's another organization that needs to burn it down. Like,
Russ threw it 27 times, but that doesn't include how many times he got sacked.
yeah, I was about to say how many times you run and get sacked.
He got sacked 5 times, and he ran it 4 times. He had 4 carries, 50 yards.
9, so 36.
Yeah,
36 pass attempts, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's really weird, but I think you're right. Blow it up. And the Rams too are the most bipolar team of this year or ever. I don't know if they're good or not.
I don't know. I've been so they lost to the Jets, bro.
Yeah,
the Jets beat them.
Who are they playing though? Green Bay next week. Yeah,
Green
I got Green. Let's just go ahead and put it on the record.
I am intrigued by the defense because Aaron Donald is freak.
He is.
He's a freak.
But isn't that O-line pretty good for Green Bay?
They're much better.
Yeah.
But the defense, I mean, they got Ramsey out there. Ramsey and Devontae Adams are going to be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they have a strange kind of matchup with the Packers where they could give them some issues.
But
maybe.
You got to go Lambeau, too.
Yeah, you got to go to Lambeau. And also, Matt LaFleur right now, I got to say, he's a better coach. Pete Carroll at the moment.
Matt LaFleur is
he
good.
and Aaron got it together.
Yeah.
So,
can I say something real quick?
Yeah, I'm sorry. And Aaron Jones Aaron Jones can run the ball as well. So
yeah.
They have options on.
Tell me how in the hell did you have Matt LaFleur and freaking Kyle Shanahan in your QB room at the same time and you don't retain either of them? Dude, it makes me pissed off, bro. I was riding down the road, and when I heard Matt Ryan on this throwback interview, and he was talking about all the Matts in the room they had Matt Bryant, Matt Bosher, Matt whatever, and then they got freaking. I was like, oh, LaFleur, Matt. Yeah. Wait, you're telling me Matt LaFleur was on that same staff with Kyle Shanahan, and we didn't bother to keep either of them.
Nah, Kyle took Matt with him.
Bro,
because Kyle took Matt with him when he left.
Yeah, he did. You're right. You're right.
They saying should have promoted. They should have offered Matt a promotion.
What did I tell you, Titus? After we lost that Super Bowl, what did we do? I wish do we still have that episode? I hope
so.
I need you to go dig and try to find that, bro. Because for some reason, I just like to get it on SoundCloud every now and again and just see if I can find it.
I gotta see.
But I swear, bro, I think I said it after we lost the Super Bowl. I said fire Dan Quinn and
I think you did.
Replace him with Kyle Shanahan. Don't let Kyle Shanahan go.
That was the thing.
We let both of them go. I'm sorry, I had to just get on that rant.
I understand. Nah, I get it. It happens like that sometimes.
Arthur Blank, bro. Like, if you think you got owner problems, I do too.
We all got problems, right? So yeah, Colts, Bills. Phillip Rivers was down 3 with no timeouts.
Oh my God, dude. Phillip Rivers.
Of course he was down 3 with no timeouts.
I think when God made Phillip Rivers, he threw that formula up on a chalkboard somewhere. He's like, I want to make, you see this formula, Jesus? You see this, plus cosine minus 3 in a fourth quarter. I'm going to turn that into a human being. And then the conception of Phillip Rivers.
It was so sad because Phillip can't go downfield, and you limited where he could throw the ball because you didn't have any timeouts. So he couldn't go over the middle. He said he could throw to the sidelines. It was not working. Mm-hmm. It was going very badly.
He can't throw to the sidelines.
He can't.
He's too old.
He couldn't even throw the Hail Mary to the end zone, bro.
That's why you get Jacoby Brissett out there to throw.
And they're like, nah, let Phillip get his last throw in. It's not going to work anyway. Mm-hmm. That was bad. That was sad.
Who beat the Colts? I'm sorry.
The Bills.
Yeah, the Bills. The Bills are good, and I got a question for you.
Talk to me.
Everybody's been wanting to know.
Yes.
Is Josh Allen good?
Levi, I said on the NFL podcast this week, I asked Josh the question. I said, is Josh Allen the most improved quarterback you have ever seen in your life? Mm-hmm. And he was like, I feel like he is. And I got to agree. I've never seen someone go from being so inaccurate to throwing dimes all the time now. Yeah. It's so weird. Mm-hmm. And I got to salute him because I was right about Josh Allen at first. And then Josh put the work in, and now I am wrong about Josh Allen. He has done incredible work. He's a good quarterback. It is what it is.
I think a lot of people like you and the Levitards out there who've been down on him since the start. Y'all are the ones clenching on to the, I'm not going to say he's good yet.
No, he's good. I got to say he's good.
With Josh Allen, talking about the improvement.
Yeah.
before Josh Allen, I would have said Lamar Jackson, because the way he was able to improve from the year before his MVP year till after, like his accuracy, in my opinion, and his decision making was just so much better.
Yeah.
So that's who would have been my answer until now. Seeing Josh Allen.
Yeah.
The decision making is what surprises me, because he was so quick to take off and run. And in my opinion, when you have one of those guys, it takes a while to break him out of that. Like, hey, quit
I feel
running.
like for some reason he didn't know he was fast for a long time, and then one day,
so
for whatever reason, he just didn't know he could do it. Like, bro, you big. This still take off.
So it's Forrest Gump. Once Forrest Gump figured out he could run, and knocked off those braces, he didn't stop running.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So
I wonder why Josh Allen didn't run a lot. I wonder why. Can't put my finger on it. My finger why coaches didn't have him running read options a lot in his career. Can't quite guess why.
He's like, yeah, I bet you can't run. He's not, that quarterback's not a runner.
You're not athletic.
He's like, have you seen him run? No, but I can just tell.
Right.
I've been doing this for a while.
But the only thing that does worry me, I still see a little bit of panic moments in him. Like when the pocket collapses, he does get a little panicky. But that team is so good, man. He's doing what he's got to do.
Brian Daboll, Stephon Diggs, the addition of Stephon Diggs
changed everything.
Crazy. And what's great too is I love the addition of Cole Beasley last year.
Sure.
And he didn't make that big of a splash. I mean, he had a pretty decent year along with the Bills, but having Stephon Diggs come in and take over, be the sole number one guy, and then you got Cole on the slot, getting underneath. Oh my God, you can't.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a great lineup. Them and the Ravens are going to be very, very interesting.
It is going to be interesting.
Very interesting.
I mean, do you want to go ahead and make a little early prediction? This won't be your final, but
we'll get deeper into it on the NFL show that comes out that we do this week. But I will. What up, Kazadi? I will say that I think I'm kind of leaning Bills right now. I'm leaning Bills in that game.
Yeah, I'm leaning Bills too.
Yeah, so
defense. Well,
right.
Yeah, I think the defense can stop Lamar.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. So let's get into the last game. The Steelers lost to the all COVID team who didn't have, whose coach was in a basement quarantining from his family with the TV that was 45 seconds behind, and he didn't know the score. Did you hear that? Did you see that part? My man was 45. So he says he was 45 seconds behind. So he knew a big play happened because his kids were screaming when the fumble happened at the beginning of the game. He heard them screaming, but he hadn't seen it yet.
That is the worst when you're watching the same thing as someone else in the same house and your TV's behind.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Yeah, so the Steelers came out here and got smoked by the all COVIDs, bro. Like, that was wild. Yeah. Mainly because I was the only reason I really picked the Steelers was because the Browns had so many COVID positives, and I'm like, okay, you just can't win. They ain't got a coach, they ain't got offensive line. You can't possibly Pittsburgh this game up, and boy did they Pittsburgh it up.
They did.
The homie Ben was like, all right, we lost the first snap, I'm gonna just throw these picks. It was like he turned on all pro and interceptions slider was on 100. Every time he threw the ball, he was getting snatched. That was ugly.
Big Ben went.
That was so ugly.
Yeah.
And then Pittsburgh coaches got confused because they put Derek White on like a 3rd and short, which Josh told me Derek White hadn't had a carry like all year.
Really?
Yeah, he had like very few carries like all season, and they put him in on 3rd and short.
I'm so glad you mentioned the coaches looking confused because I documented it, Titus. First time I think I saw an expression of surprise on Mike Tomlin's face. Was after Big Ben, I think, threw his 3rd interception. I think Mike, you can see it in his eyes. It was like, oh, I don't know how we're going to get back from this one, boys. So Mike Tomlin, the man who's never surprised by anything, I think was finally surprised for the first time.
We have a gold comment. Because I just said, "Watt privilege." Yo, that's how you do it. Watt privilege is great.
Yeah.
That is all-star. That's all-star level. So yeah, that was bad. You know what it reminded me of though?
Yeah.
The time Pittsburgh got smoked by Blake Bortles and them in the playoffs, where they like got down by a lot.
Oh, by Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, they got down by a lot, and then they tried to get it together and put a bunch of points, but it was too late because you already gave up, 35 points, bottom 35 before you decided to start scoring.
Ben's stat line was ridiculous. If you just erase that little 4 in the interception column.
Ben really had a me on Madden game.
Yeah.
Like, it was really me on Madden. Let's look at this. 47 for 58. 47 for 68. 501 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 picks. What in the Big 12 Patrick Mahomes sexy football? Like, that was wild. For Pittsburgh, I think the Ben era is over, right? Like,
yeah, it's over.
One way or the other, you got to go
and let that.
You go and let that end.
Dead and gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Bills and the Chiefs. The Browns and the Chiefs next week.
yeah.
Levi.
hmm
Now you said something profound before in our last show, I think, and you said that if the Browns made the playoffs, it would show us that 2021 is going to be like 2020.
Oh,
I don't know if y'all have seen the world, but the Browns made the playoffs.
We're waiting for Baker
It's-
Mayfield to see his shadow.
That's been kind of crazy.
Mhm.
Waiting for Baker to see his shadow. Things been kind of crazy ever since the Browns made the playoffs,
Yeah.
and now they're going to Kansas City, and I'm not convinced they're going to lose.
hmm
I'm not convinced they lose.
So you accused me on this pick because I went Browns. You accused me
Yes,
of
I
pulling the old, I'm just going to go opposite of Titus.
Yes.
And even though that accusation, wasn't completely ridiculous, it was wrong
It was
because
incorrect,
the
yes.
measurement I pulled out my tool bag and went to all my game picking measurements and decided to go with the who's hungrier scale. And the Browns were much hungrier. And I think they're the hungriest team in this whole playoffs we all know why. I mean, it makes
Well, they
perfect
want to stop the
sense.
haters.
Exactly.
All the haters.
But do you know who the hungriest man in that playoff is right now
Who
out of
dat?
all those teams?
Who that?
He's on the Browns.
Myles Garrett.
He's the second hungriest, actually.
is
They
it-
got the top two hungriest guys.
Is it Baker?
No.
Nick Chubb?
No.
I'm out of guesses.
Dude, it's kind of who's the man who could have had a ring already?
Oh, Kareem Hunt? I'm glad you brought that up. Some Browns person, I think it was the Browns, or I don't know if it was, somebody tweeted yesterday that Kareem Hunt gets a chance to go against a team that gave up on him. Like, I don't think that's how that went, bro. It wasn't really they gave up on him. It was hey, yo, you did what to who? Okay, you got to go. Like, it wasn't spinning that into the Chiefs gave up on Kareem Hunt is a wild spin cycle.
I love that. I love when
that is insane.
I love when guys take the defensive like that, or people will just throw that out there,
Yeah.
man. Like, yeah, man, they just quit on him.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, dude, he killed 3 people, man.
The Browns did this, keep him to the curb. Chiefs keep him to the curb.
Yeah.
That's not all how that went. That's not the story I saw.
I'm not gonna. This sounds far fetched. It's not though, because it's how introspective and deep I am as not the expert. But
That's not going the next
when I
replay.
saw Kareem Hunt run into that end zone,
Yeah.
for some reason I just had that flash in my head of Kareem Hunt, that video and him saying like he made the worst mistake, whatever he said, worst mistake ever in his life.
Right.
Like, and I really felt when all that stuff happened, and I think the majority of everyone out there like really felt bad for Kareem Hunt because that was the week of like after Kansas City won the Super
I
Bowl
think
or
it was.
something like that.
Yeah. The drinking. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that stuck with me. I was like, this dude's
It
gonna get
humanized
if you
him.
put
it
him.
really humanized him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think if you put him on that stage, if you can get him back there, he's gonna do it.
Oh, it's
for
gonna
you.
get
Like,
dark.
Yeah,
It'll get crazy.
yeah.
It'll get
So
really
I
crazy.
mean,
But yeah, the Browns.
Browns gonna win the Super Bowl,
All right. Well, you heard it here first. Browns win the Super Bowl.
and the
Probably
world's
not
gonna
first, but
end as the
it's
whistle
gonna be a
blows.
wrap.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a done deal.
yeah, a wrap.
The whistle.
Sure.
Look,
So,
the Browns win the Super Bowl. The Independence Day alien ship gonna be hovering over as the clock hits 0-0.
exactly.
Like the big Independence Day alien ship is gonna be right above us.
Hey, and
as soon as the Browns win that thing.
I dropped that on my What's Poppin'. I got that too. We discovered it. Have you seen that?
What's that?
Oh, I mean, we
aliens?
got some more proof aliens are real.
Oh, more of that.
Yeah, they found a big old like rock formation.
Mhm.
That looks like an Independence Day
Oh.
spaceship. It does not Independence Day.
Yeah.
It's like one of those because it's really long. It looks like a battleship, but
Oh,
out in the
okay, yeah.
and it looks like rock, but it's not really rock, and it's like some like materials we don't have access to as
Alright,
humans. Yeah, so
Interesting. Okay.
there it is. I mean, it's already look the Browns.
It's already happening.
By the time it gets here, the Browns will have won the Super Bowl, so it's all in perfect timing, people.
Oh,
That's how it's
man.
going to happen.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna wrap up Wild Card Weekend. I think look forward to the NFL. Look for the NFL show. Subscribe to the podcast, not the
Bef-
Express podcast feeds. You can get the NFL show and get our more in-depth divisional round talk, so you can see how we're gonna break down this divisional playoff situation that's coming this weekend. You feel me?
Can I just ask one more?
Yes, sir.
Just because it intrigues me so much.
What you
Right
got?
now, quick snap decision: Saints or Bucks.
Saints.
That defensive line is so good.
It is.
It is so good.
is.
And
It really
and like I
is.
said before, like why aren't we talking about all these guys on the defensive line because they're so good? But I'm gonna go Bucks as my snap decision. But,
I mean, you had the Bucks in Super. You had the Bucks Super Bowl, and you're looking closer.
Well, yeah,
to the right
I'm
than I
sticking.
was.
Yeah, I'm
you look
sticking
closer
to my.
Right. You look
yeah.
closer to right now.
You did beat me on the division pick though. You
Oh, yeah, I
had
had the
you
Saints,
had the
yeah,
Saints beating
yeah.
them or one in the division. I
Yeah.
had. Bucks,
It'd be very interesting. Beating a team 3 times is very difficult, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's just a weird matchup for them. It's a really weird matchup.
It is, and it's going to be one with the. I think it's going to be one at the line of scrimmage with
Yeah.
that defensive line.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
getting the pressure on Tom Brady, they're one of the few teams that have
Consistent
successfully,
pressure,
gotten
Yeah.
consistent pressure on him.
Right.
Because that OL is good, but the Saints D-line is
D-line
bad.
is just monstrous. Yeah, that whole defense is really good.
It is.
It's really solid. They've
Yeah.
been carrying a lot of.
Well,
bum,
I mean,
they've been carrying a lot of bum quarterbacks around this year.
bro, they
A couple bums.
tax themselves like out of. They have to win this, bro.
It's over with.
Yeah, exactly. Like they got so much dead money and they're so in debt. It's
Right.
crazy.
They out here living what was that movie? What was that Adam Sandler movie that came out the other year? We was gambling.
Oh,
Uncut Gems.
Uncut
Thank you,
Gem-
Caden.
Caden, thank you,
the hero.
Caden. Shout out to
Yes,
Caden.
Yes, sir.
Dude,
Uncut Gems. They are living Uncut Gems life. Where if this don't hit, somebody getting shot in the head
Yeah.
immediately. So they better hope. All right, so we'll go on to our experts of the week. You want me to kick it off?
Yeah, you kick it
All
off.
right. My expert of the week is going to be local. I'm going local with my expert and not the expert. Levi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give a shout out to Callaway High School head coach Pete Wiggins.
Yes.
Local state champs, LaGrange state champs, brought a championship back to the city.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to you guys. Well done. Salute. Pete, come on the show anytime you want, man. You got an open invite. We'll have food for you. So we'll go. What's your expert of the week?
Oh, my expert of the
Yes,
week.
sir.
Well, expert of the week is Titus Majors. Go ahead and throw that graphic up there, Titus.
Slideshow, the first one, right?
Yeah, the first one. So, as y'all know, we did our Not the Experts versus ESPN NFL Experts primetime picks. End of the regular season. Results are out, people. And your winner, sole first place, is Titus Majors. Titus went 29-11 on the year on his picks. 73% winning percentage. Titus, do you have any words you would like to share with the people?
I just want to say that I couldn't have done it without my mind and the way that I think and see the game. I want to give a shout out to you. For help cultivating this mind that I have.
Thank you.
I want to give a shout out to all the greats that inspired me. The Mina Kimeses, the Dan Grazianos, the Dan Orlovskis, the Ken Fahey's, like all the greats, Bleeding Green Nation. What up? Look at my application. All the greats that, really inspired me to, make good picks. And I want to shout out the teams that made me look good by winning games because, I really, it's all a guessing game. I want to shout out all the teams that made me look good, especially early in the season when I had my nice hot streak going.
Yeah.
Because that's what really carried me throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah, down the stretch, guys, it got dicey down the stretch.
Yeah, it
I was
did.
rolling early on. I had a real Pittsburgh Steelers type run.
Yeah.
But we finished it off with the Super Bowl at the end. So shout out to y'all. That was fun. You did great too.
Oh, thank you.
We had a good pick in year.
Yeah, speaking of experts, go ahead, throw that up.
Yeah.
So you were solely, the top 4 are all sole people. Yeah, it's just one person. So Titus, you got number 1. Then right behind you at 28-12 is Matt Bowen, the guy we've been battling all year, who's pretty much been at the top all year.
Bowen's been smoking stuff.
Yeah, he has.
Bowen's been smoking stuff.
He got 70%. Then third place, the person who edged me out was Dan Graziano.
Yeah.
He went 27-13. Then I came in 4th, 26-14. And then that's where everybody else falls in after that.
Yeah.
Mina Kimes, Clay, Wickersham, they went 25-15. Shout out to Damian Woody, though.
Yeah, he did good. He's picked a few less. Is that what happened?
Yeah, he picked a lot less.
Yeah.
He went 24-12. But I mean, I couldn't, bump him up there because
he missed
a lot of games.
He didn't have the volume.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I want to get I'm gonna shout out to not picking the Bears ever next year.
Yeah.
Because 3 of my losses are because of the Bears.
Well,
2 of my regular season losses.
In there. Yeah,
2 of my regular season losses.
Yeah.
I could have had single digit losses, but had to trust the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
That's the pick game, man.
Yeah.
You overthink a little bit sometimes. So shout out to the picking.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, bro. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. Shout out to you for being an expert.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Not the experts of the week. I'm also gonna stay local, my friend, and I'm gonna go with LaGrange Road and Infrastructure people. Because you've been on Commerce Avenue.
Yeah.
Did you get a memo that they was gonna take a whole lane away?
No.
Okay, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I was doing one
You
night.
gotta make like Facebook posts about that, people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I gotta do something.
Yeah.
Do something. Send a letter out.
Mhm.
Because that just one night it was just gone. So one night I had to slum it and eat Crystal.
Mhm.
You know, my overnight shift. I had to slum it for some Crystal, right? I'm like, fine, I'm gonna go to Crystal. So I'm in the turn lane. I see the lights are new. I'm like, okay, cool, new lights, so that's nice. I turn. I'm like, where's the other lane at? Why am I in a turning lane right now? Why am I swerving out the turning lane right now? Oh, it's because you took a whole lane away from us and didn't give nobody no warning. And now it's one lane on that road, and it looks terrible. And traffic over there is going to be trying to turn there is going to be a nightmare. Turn on that road. So,
actually, I think it was a good move. I don't think they did it. They implemented it the best way because, like you said, a lot of people were confused out there.
Very confused.
I sat there and lady freaking was sitting there at the green light and just sat there because she didn't think it was her light. She thought, she was going straight, but she was really in the turning lane.
Right.
I'm like, oh, you got to turn.
Exactly.
But yeah, besides that, I think it does improve the traffic because where that traffic gets backed up is on Commerce. So yeah, they help disperse it a little bit. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's causing people stupid out there.
Yeah, I don't like it. I just didn't appreciate the change being strong on me. It's been that way for years, and they all just changed and didn't tell nobody it was changing.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't put up a 1 lane sign. Y'all just did it. I just didn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so y'all get nice experts this week, LaGrange.
Yeah.
Infrastructure and road people.
My not the
got?
expert of the week is Juju Smith-Schuster.
Oh, Juju.
His public
Juju.
imaging started out really well. He was just like that cool kid.
It's
like,
easy to have a good public image when you're next to Antonio Brown. And he's going crazy.
Well, yeah. But I mean,
yeah, no,
everybody knew Juju as the,
the fun guy.
the fun TikTok Twitch guy. He likes to play Madden.
And you know what? He's still that. It's just
he
y'all
is.
just don't like him no more.
Well, I mean,
And he said thing
he
about
just
Browns.
talked a little too much. Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole dancing on the logos.
But
I mean, he
apparently
brought
he had
those
done that all
losses
year.
upon them. Yeah.
He had done that all year. It just didn't matter till it mattered.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Well, sometimes that's how it be.
That is how it be.
Don't matter till it matter.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
But yeah, I mean, he gave them bulletin board material.
Yeah.
You don't do that, bro. You don't do that.
My aunt says if the Browns win the Super Bowl, you got to wear some Browns gear on the show.
I'll do
And I
that.
support
I'm
that.
okay with
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm gonna come in here and dress like a baker.
Boy, if the Browns win Super Bowl, I like that.
Yeah.
If Browns win Super Bowl, we're gonna go bake some apologies.
Yeah.
Some big apologies.
Or I'll dress up in one of those poop emojis, and I'll be the Browns.
or wear a dog mask.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to that. Did
Yeah.
you give your not the expert just now?
Yeah, Juju.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Juju. It's all right. Come back next year.
Yeah.
Final thing, Levi, you have NBA questions.
Yes, I do. Well, really, I have two. Just
Two
two.
NBA
I wanted to
questions,
end it out with. Are we gonna do projections? When are we gonna do projections?
We'll get projections done when we get to the 10-game mark. Are we at the 10-game mark
I
yet?
think we're past the 10-game.
No, we're not
mark.
at 10-game mark yet.
Oh, we're not yet.
Oh, we're close to it.
We're
I
pretty
think.
close, I think.
I
I
think.
think we're like there.
Let me see.
Because I think the Hawks are. 5.
Yeah, we're at the 10-game mark now.
We are.
Yeah.
We'll say next week.
11. Yeah, next week. We'll
Next
get that
week,
done. We'll get that done.
playoff projections.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And next week we'll literally only have NFL playoffs and that to talk about. So
yeah,
it'd be
Yeah.
fill some show out.
that's true. And we
For
got to
sure.
keep the whole picks thing going. We got to match up against
definitely,
somebody.
definitely.
First, well, you know what? Let's just go one question because we've already gone long.
Okay,
But
yeah.
he became the youngest in league history to record a triple double.
Dub,
LaMelo Ball.
Young Melo.
I want to throw this out
Young
here.
Melo.
Who's going to be the better Melo by the end of it all? Carmelo Anthony or LaMelo Ball?
First off, the question is blasphemous,
Mm,
and it's clearly Carmelo Anthony.
okay.
Carmelo Anthony is one of the greatest basketball players to play this game, and he will be respected as such. Ever mention Carmelo and LaMelo in the same breath again? How dare you?
Okay.
How dare you
Well,
put
that
that
did
young
not
bull
go
in his,
any way. That,
in his presence?
okay.
This is Carmelo. It's the Carmelo household over here.
I see that.
Love
I mean,
Mr.
I'm
Carmelo.
a big Carmelo fan. I mean,
I know, but nah, he's gonna be. Yeah, I'm messing with you a little. I thought you were gonna ask who's gonna be better ball brother.
Nah,
Facts,
we already
Kazadi.
know.
Only
It's
one
gonna be
Melo.
Melo.
Yeah,
It's gonna, yeah.
Facts. Only,
But I
one,
wanna
only
know-
one. Only one Melo, and it's Carmelo Anthony. It's
Okay.
Facts, Kazadi.
I think LaMelo Ball is gonna take over.
No,
Yeah.
he can't
He's
even
gonna
shoot.
be more decorated
He can't even shoot.
by the end of it.
Boy, can't even shoot yet. On my face.
What did Prophet Ball say?
He ain't even
What
better.
did
Than, that's fact. He ain't even better than
prophesy?
Hoodie Melo. He not even better than Hoodie Melo. It's facts.
Well, I
Melo's
mean,
not
Hoodie
better than-
Melo is the best of all the
Exactly.
Melos.
He
Yeah.
ain't got a hoodie.
Yeah.
The Melo from California. He don't even know what hoodies are.
He got the sleeveless. Yeah. He wear. They rocking the hoodies out in Cali. The same
Nah.
ones that
Might be a
Hoodie
big
Melo
baller
is
brand, don't count.
without the sleeves.
Let's go, Carmelo. Carmelo Anthony for sure.
LaMelo Ball.
Carmelo helped Portland get that dub last night too. That was a fun game. Them in Toronto.
Yeah.
Got kind of crazy at the end.
I didn't watch it.
Boy, CJ McCollum got in his bag to end that game.
Mm-hmm.
He had like a go right, spin left, mid, and pull from the mid range to end the game. It was so pretty.
I'm about to go back and look at
CJ
that.
got a bag. All right, so now we'll get into our last segment. I'm not an expert, but and we'll get out of here. Levi, what you got?
I'm not an expert, but well, I guess I should. I'll go ahead and make this clear because I was talking to like some people or whatever, or like really some of my friends, and we were going back and forth about like some of the stuff like that's gone on the past week. So I guess I should make it clear. Like what happened last week was completely wrong. Like in my opinion, and I thought that was like clear to like I don't know. It was just like one of those.
It's not as clear as it should be, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know. I think a lot of people out there, like we kind of all just assume. Really, what my bigger thing is, we've gotten to the point where everybody already assumes like what someone is about or like what they think about a certain subject or believe in just because of like one thing that you could be associated with or I don't know, like, I mean, it's just so many things like that we pin down to like people or whatever.
Yeah.
If you're one way, then you got to be this way type of thing. So mine's more of don't be afraid to talk to each other about like what your opinions are. Because I feel like that creates more division as that goes on.
True.
And you need to clarify because if not, you're just going to sit there and keep jumping to assumptions like what each person thinks. And you're just going to like drive yourself crazy and everybody else crazy. So yeah, if we have more of a dialogue with each other, I think we'll be a lot more understanding as like what we believe in and to like why everything that's been going on is going on. But yeah, so just don't be afraid to voice your opinion. Do it appropriately though. Do it with the right people. And
don't do it on Facebook comments.
Yeah.
It's randoms. Once randoms get in Facebook comments, delete the comment to the DMs.
Yeah, and do it with love.
It with love for sure.
Yeah.
Dialogue is real.
So yeah, I mean, I'll admit, I got into a spat with somebody, who,
where does a spat rank on the argument scale?
Yeah, that is good. What is spat?
Yeah, where does spat rank?
An altercation, a spat.
Y'all got any opinions over
back and forth?
A mild disagreement. Spat is a mild disagreement.
Well, this wasn't a spat. This was a quarrel.
This was okay. If this was on YouTube, it would have been labeled heated. Or if it was on YouTube.
But I mean,
okay, yeah, because I said the spat is a 6.5 out of 10 on the scale on the argument scale. 6.5 out of 10.
Sure, we can say that. It wasn't much of an argument. How about this? I'll just say this.
Like if it was on YouTube, it wouldn't be captured like such and such heated. You know, it'd be all caps heated debate. That's how I do on YouTube. It would have been like.
It would be Levi goes off on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, and it was, even though I'm not deleting the comment, and it was just I let a lot of things build up over the years from like a certain person who I didn't think carries out correct dialogue or is a very fair person and likes to jump to a lot of assumptions and likes to paint people with a broad stroke. And did that and is kind of in a prominent position where a lot of people respect him. So I finally let it build up and then just went off on him. I mean, I think it was clever. I thought it was funny. But yeah, don't be me though. Don't do that. Don't go off on somebody. And don't let your anger build up like that.
That's
Reach out to him. Talk to him. So yeah. That was very sloppy, but that was.
I understand. So the person that DM'd me about something I said, I will get back to you. It was like last week, but it was a long message. And I read it. I just didn't feel like responding. I'll get you. I get you though. I get you. I'm not an expert, but for the people that you can't have dialogue with, because there are some of those that exist. There are people you can't talk to.
Yeah.
Get trained and get trained in all aspects of necessary training. I'm just saying, get certified with the hands and the weaponry, just in case, because they wilding out here.
Oh yeah, they are.
That is what I want to say.
FBI already. Did you see that?
Yeah,
they had to take a pause on people buying handguns.
Yeah,
they couldn't process all the background checks.
Yeah. So stay blessed, stay positive, but also stay dangerous, just in case. That is my message to y'all. Everyone have a wonderful week.
I like that. Stay blessed,
Yes.
stay positive, but also stay
Yes,
dangerous.
sir. Everyone have a wonderful week. Thank you to Butler Productions Multimedia. Thank you to Caden. Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to
You
Caden.
good people, bro. Thank everybody.
Who's gonna win? Tom Brady or Drew Brees? Caden.
I like Caden. I like him. I like him a
Said
lot.
he hates Brady.
Yeah, anti-Brady train over here. I like
Boo.
it a lot. So, yeah, thank you, everybody. Follow the podcast, Not the Experts Podcast. We will have content dropping this week. And like Levi said, we'll have announcements this week. Follow us on all the socials because we got stuff rolling out this week. If you don't roll out this week, still follow us anyway.
It's rolling out this
It's rolling
week.
out this week, though. It's guaranteed.
rolling
You
out
heard
this
it.
week.
So it's happening.
I've made a lot of stupid promises out there to you people and said a lot of things we're gonna get done, but it's happening this
It's
week.
going down this week. So
Yeah.
be on the lookout for that and everything else we got coming. We got big plans for 2021. Thank you all. Have a nice week. See you later.
Peace.